Hey you, stop what you're doing. Tell me, do you want to become the master of your manifestation? You know, there are 5 mistakes you're probably doing and you don't even know about them that are blocking your desires to come true. I have created a special secret episode of Instant Clarity Podcast in which I share with you those 5 mistakes and how you can overcome them so your all wishes can manifest instantly. If you want to access this secret episode, make sure you click the link in the show notes below and learn those 5 things that will completely shift your manifestations now. This is Instant Clarity Podcast, a show where your life's questions get answered. My name is Tjaša Dorelay and I'm a channeling medium. Do you want to know how to properly do a shadow work? Do you even have shadows yourself? Well, in this episode you will find out. I'm channeling Consciousness of Universal Alignment Antarra, and she shares with us such incredible clarity that I know that will shift your consciousness now. Listen to this episode and enjoy. Dear conscious being, my name is Antarra. I'm here to expand your consciousness. I invite you to imagine a big, beautiful tree and just observe how this tree looks like. The tree has a trunk and it has a lot of leaves on the branches. And when the sun shines, this tree is creating its own shadow. The tree itself doesn't have a shadow aspect. The tree just is. But when the sun, the light, shines down from above to this tree creates a shadow. And this shadow is just a limited representation of the tree itself. You also have a shadow aspect of yourself. And when a certain situation activates a lot of light, this shadow is exposed. So when you are living your life and something happens, an activation of life happens, so much light is activated, your shadow is exposed. And what I mean by that is every person holds inside of him different programming, different ideas about life, different traumas, different trauma responses to life. Because as you already know, every experience in life is activating the next experience. So during these and previous lifetimes, you have created a lot of information around you. Who are you? What is right? What is wrong? What do you need? How life is? And so on. And when you are exposed to a lot of light in your life, and obviously we're not talking about the light of the sun, but the light as a consciousness, your shadow is exposed. Your programs are exposed. Your trauma responses are exposed. Let's say you are in a relationship and you start receiving lots of love. Love is light. And suddenly, your shadow is exposed. Your programs around relationships come to the surface. Your programs about how life should be, about whether you deserve this love or not. So your shadow is there to show you what you hold inside of yourself that you can now heal, let go, and clear. For example, you earn a lot of money And suddenly, this money energy brings lots of light to your life. And the shadow is exposed. Do I really deserve this amount of money? What will other people think that I have this money? So and so. So your beliefs, your programs are exposed. It is not possible to go through life by not being also in your shadow self sometimes. Because as we said at the beginning, each tree, no matter how beautiful it is, when light comes, the tree creates shadow. It is the same with you. When a situation that activates your light comes, your shadow is revealed. And in order for you to properly do a shadow work, you have to understand that every time you get stuck in life, there is a shadow of you exposed. And there you have an opportunity to recognize that you are not that shadow. You are not that beliefs. You are not that programming. You are you. And this is just one part of you, one representation of you that you can obviously shift and change. As a tree itself, you are already perfect inside of you. You already hold all the light, all the consciousness and clarity about life. So if you want to release the shadows, you will not be able to erase them, but you can release and work on them. The best way to do it is to start having your daily spiritual practice, whatever this is for you. Something that connects you to yourself, to this essence of your existence, to the tree itself, to your being. May it be channel meditation, may it be yoga practice, or anything else, whatever you want, whatever feels aligned. Do this daily. Move the body, eat healthy, go out into the nature, whatever feels vibrationally aligned. But be sure that when something is connecting you to your soul, to your essence, you will be able to see your light, and you will be able to differentiate between your light, your true essence, and the shadow aspect. Because the shadow aspect, it's not you. At least not your whole being. It's just one part of you that is there. And it's there because you have created experiences in the past that have shown you that this is the truth. But it's not. It's a limited version of the truth. When a person lives in the shadow and not in their true essence, that person, it can also be you, it's very destructive for himself and for the society. Because the limitations of the mind and the limitations of emotional polarity and the limitation of energy understanding is very limited. The shadow, it's not the whole truth. It's just part of it. When you see yourself acting out of a certain painful spot, understand that this is your shadow. It is not you. It is not your whole being. Again, the tree itself is already perfect. When a light comes, then the shadow is exposed. And when the shadow is exposed, it is only exposed because you need to see it. So if we connect this to your life, when you are initiated in your next level, in your next timeline of life, your shadows will be exposed. Your programming will come to the surface. Your beliefs, your blah, blah, blah about life, everywhere where you get stuck will be shown to you. And then go surrender to your spiritual practice. Go back home, connect with your true self, with the essence of your being, and understand that you do not release the shadow, you only move from the shadow part of you to your true part of you. So shadow will be there just to show you that if you are experiencing it, you're not living in the connection with yourself. So use your spiritual practice to move from the shadow part to your true part. And you will recognize now that you don't actually need to do the shadow work. What you have to do is to recognize that the shadow work itself is done by your conscious choice to move from the programming to the center of your existence, where the whole universe lies, where the true power lies, and where all the answers are already within. To conclude, I invite you to see your shadows, but do not connect with them as if this is you. You are your whole being, and the shadow is only pointing you towards your programs that you can release. With so much love, with infinitive blessings, I, Antarra. I wish clarity you received today has touched your heart, expanded your consciousness, and inspired you to become conscious leader of your life. If it has, share some love, leave a review, share this episode with your loved one, and let's stay connected on Instagram at Tjaša Dorelay. And remember, your vibration creates your situation.